Hey, Brian Rivera here, Fresno Sports Talk with Grizzly pitcher Zach Agnos. Zach, thank you for joining us.
I appreciate you having me on, Brian.
All right, Zach. So, I'm a simple, basic first question: how'd you get your start in baseball?
Started ever since I could remember. I had two older brothers. They were both baseball players. My grandfather played professional baseball.
Okay.
And my uncle, my mom's brother, played at Virginia Tech. And, you know, my parents were very big on sports growing up. And so they had me play baseball, basketball, everything. And just fell in love with baseball. It's been
Sure. And then I noticed you played through high school, and the high school team had 4 district titles.
Yeah, we were pretty talented. Lost the state championship in the 7th inning my freshman year with my brother, so that stings a little bit still.
Yeah.
I have some nightmares about it, but you know, my high school is a very well-respected program in Northern Virginia, ran by Jay Burkhart, who's a incredible coach. You know, he teaches all the right things to the high school kids that really puts them on a great path for success.
Sure. And then any of those kids or teammates that you had go on to play professional baseball or at least college?
My brother did.
Yeah.
My brother's with the Yankees. I mean, my whole field, my freshman year, catcher was going to Vanderbilt. First baseman was going to junior college, ended up at James Madison University. Our shortstop was committed to Delaware State. I was at second. Our third baseman played junior college in Towson. Our center fielder had offers. He didn't want to play, and we had a guy going to VMI. And when my brother wasn't pitching, he'd be in right. So we were pretty stacked.
Yeah,
we were stacked.
Yeah. So did you end up? Were you one of the lucky ones to get drafted out of high school, or?
I was not. I had very little talk out of high school, not a ton.
Okay.
But
I know you and your brother chose East Carolina.
Yeah,
right. You followed your brother's footsteps.
That's right.
Okay. Now it's gonna get crazy for me because I did a little bit of research, and I look at. And I see all these offensive stats. You started every game in college. You had shortstop or third base.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of pitching, and I'm like, why is he only a pitcher? What made you choose just to be a?
I didn't have a choice actually.
Okay.
You know, when I got drafted, my agent was talking to me, and he was like, "Hey man, like, Rockies want you, but it's pitching only. Are you okay with that?" He's like, personally, like, I think that's your safest route. Just because you don't pitch a lot, you didn't pitch a lot, and you got good stuff. So, so I didn't really have much of a choice. If I wanted to do both, I don't know if I'd be with the Rockies. That's a question for the front office people.
All right.
But nonetheless, I'm very happy with where I'm at.
I know, but your offensive stats were pretty good through the 3 years: 296, 13 home runs, 94 RBIs. So you had a pretty good.
I could hold my own a little bit. Yeah.
But even then, you're pitching 3-1. 390 ERA, 23 strikeouts. Opponents average 178. That's some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, not bad. It was, especially for not working on it. My freshman year I came in and Coach Godwin was like, "You're a pitcher first, then a fielder." I was like, "Okay." And then I started hitting well in the fall, and he was like, "All right, scrap that. You're gonna be a position player first, and then you're gonna pitch on the side." I was like, "Okay."
But then you also had some academic all-conference years. You were collegiate national team member in the bronze of the tournament in Harlem.
Yeah,
how was that?
It was incredible.
For the Netherlands.
It was incredible. I get to watch all my teammates from the summer. A lot of them are playing on the super regionals right now, and it's cool to say I know those guys. Like Paul Skeen's, like the best pitcher in college baseball, probably going to be top 3 draft pick. I remember I was like, me and him were always riding on mopeds around the Netherlands, going to breakfast together. So it's pretty cool to share those moments with those people. You think. You see those guys, and like Paul Skeens, you're like, oh my gosh, that dude's like incredible. He's like on another level. But then you get to know him, you get to talk to him. He's just another guy like us.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. Your first college game, obviously, got a hit right off the start. Kind of broke it in nice and easy.
It was exciting. I mean, like I said, I wasn't really expecting to play a position right away, but I wanted to go there and earn it, and I did. And it was pretty cool getting. That was the first hit of the season for the whole team. So. It was a pretty special moment. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
So then, like you said, you got drafted by Colorado in the 10th round. Did you have any idea? Had you been talking to them pre-draft or a little bit? Or just...
Nobody. I talked to the area scout a little bit. Just he showed a lot of interest, and I didn't really talk to a ton of other people until my pick was cemented in and selected. So I had a little bit of idea, but if you would have told me before the draft, I don't think I would have picked the Rockies where I thought I was going to go.
Yeah, so now you're here with the Grizzlies. You're the team closer. You're having a pretty good year. Are you pretty happy with that?
Yeah, I always love winning. I'm a winner. In college, growing up, I was always a winner in college. Coach Godwin's so big on winning.
Sure.
So it's instilled in me. So I'm trying to do everything I can in the locker room to get the fellas in a good mood to, get us prepared to take play a good game that night. And I'm happy, but I think there's definitely room for improvement for everybody.
Sure. No, and that's always something. But I notice being a closer, you don't always get a lot of work in, because it just depends on how the game goes, score, and all that other stuff. How do you keep yourself prepared, knowing that maybe the game's not going the way we want, and keep yourself prepared maybe to go into the game?
Yeah, I mean, a couple times a game, I'll go into the weight room and I'll roll out a little bit. Even if I don't get in that night, usually like before the game, we'll come out and throw. I'll usually get some touches off the mound, throw some pitches, just throw a few of each, just to keep a feel of everything. And like I said, we all kind of have fun down there. So, and I'm kind of new to this stuff, so I have some guys that are like, hey man, I think you might want to start get warmed up a little bit. So.
Okay. But I also hear that you've been bugging Coach Solis maybe play a little infield, maybe a little pitch hitting.
If Chris Forbes is watching this, I have not bugged Solis at all. I just told him, I told him, I said, listen, I can pick it in the field a little bit, and I can put a good up bat up, but Steve said that's above his pay grade. So.
Okay, so with the minor league, you get the Monday off.
Yeah.
What are your hobbies? What are you doing?
Golf. Well, I golf. I think I've golfed every Monday.
Yeah. Big golf guy.
Yeah, big golf guy. Getting into it. We got a group of us where we go and we have a little fun. We compete a little bit.
Yeah. Competition's always on.
Yeah. And it's crazy. We always talk about we're like, dang, we're always competing, but like everything we do, like there's probably 10 guys in there playing poker right now, screaming at the table because they're just competitors. Like that's how it is.
Yeah, that's what you are. That's how you get this level.
Yeah, but I'll cook. I usually cook a good dinner on Monday night to get me on a good track for the week.
Sure.
And play some golf before that.
But that's no video. Are you video games?
Yeah, I play video games. I've actually MLB The Show.
Okay.
MLB got a card. If you submit something, you get your own card that only you can use. And then me and my brother have been playing Fortnite a little bit recently.
Yeah.
So my brother and his roommate in college are my cousins. So.
Okay, good. And then since you're a pitcher, why don't you show me your arsenal and how you hold the ball for?
So I got a four-seam fastball. Fingers are pretty close together, and I really just think about pulling down on these seams to try to get some life on the ball.
Okay.
Then I got my split change, tuck my thumb. Depending on if I'm facing lefty, I'll put my thumb on the side to get more arm side, and then if I want a righty, I'll go tuck the thumb so I get more on top, downward action. And then my slider, I picked it up actually right after I got drafted. I hooked the corner of the seam. I sink my middle finger in there. This finger's off the ball, and I just think about coming over top. And I'm actually currently working on a little cutter. Just something else, that's maybe like 90, 93, just to get under some hands, break some bats.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, Zach, I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you, Brian. It was good talking to you.
Good talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.